Hi there, I'm Matt with K15t, and welcome to our holiday special New Year's extravaganza Confluence collaboration. I'm realizing I didn't actually give this segment a name, so I'm just kind of throwing it all out there, and you can let us know in the comments what you would call this. We are happy, so happy that 2024 is at an end, and we are knocking at the door of 2025. This is always a great opportunity to look back at all of the fun things and the maybe not so fun things in the Confluence world over the last year, and of course also just kind of have some fun. Especially if you are a Confluence power user or an admin, you might be in the trenches very often, and now is a time, whether you are coming to the end of your holiday or to the beginning of working again, to look back on what Confluence has been for us in the last year, but also let's look ahead and see what, I don't know, we wish was next. Now, I keep saying we, and it is not because I am talking about the royal we. It is because I have a group of royals here with me today. First of all, joining me is Christina Rostevsky, product manager for Confluence Databases. Thank you for joining me, Christina. It's so nice to have you here.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. What is the current temperature situation where you are? Is it like beautiful winter wonderland or like?
Yeah, I'm actually in Connecticut at the moment, and it's bloody freezing. I would give you the Celsius temperature, but I'm not sure if that would mean anything. It's like 13 degrees Celsius, which probably isn't that cold, but I'm from Sydney, and Sydney is freezing. Sydney is very warm, so 13 degrees is freezing.
13 degrees Celsius is not cold, for the record. But I'm glad you're getting to experience the horrors of the Northeast of the United States, Christina. So nice to have you here. Next up, we have Emily Ditchfield. Emily, it's so nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Very excited to be here.
Absolutely. So weather situation for you, I'm guessing not a lot of snow falling outside.
Well, I am actually based in Sydney, and so I have the opposite experience right now. It's 35 degrees Celsius. Again, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm obviously Australian, so it's very hot. You can tell from the fact that I am not wearing a jumper that it's quite warm today.
I am not a huge fan of cold weather, so that sounds really lovely. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so finally, we have from the place that never seems to really change the temperature at all, San Francisco, John Hooper. John, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good to be here.
John, talk to us about the weather in San Francisco. It's probably just insanely neutral, is it not?
It is exactly where it always is. It's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 Celsius, but it was raining for about the past 5 days, so we thankfully are maybe just getting to the end of that, so getting better.
All right. Thank you, All-Star Cast. So I've made the wonderful mistake of talking about the most boring thing first, which is the weather. So this can only go up from here. And the fantastic thing is this star-clad cast of people here will guarantee that happens. So for the next few minutes, we are going to have a little bit of fun with Confluence, and maybe, poke fun at each other, maybe poke fun at Confluence, but probably not, because we're very serious people. So I have a series of prompts that I'm going to give my guests so that we can kind of just have a bit of fun during the party. And the fun thing is you can drop into the comments and leave your own thoughts or responses to any or all of these questions. You can poke fun at us, go grab a cup of nog. I hope it's not the old stuff that is in the back of the fridge. Be careful. Don't just drink. If it is chunky, throw it away. Okay, do not. Okay, the way Emily looks right now tells me she's had chunky nog. Have you had chunky nog before, Emily?
I've actually never had eggnog before in my life.
Okay, all right. I mean, not a bad choice. Christine, have you had eggnog? Are you eggnog? Okay, John?
So I don't think it's an Australian thing in Australia.
It's an English thing, right? It's British? John, okay, all right.
I love it.
You love? Okay, John can recommend eggnog. It's a great way to slip alcohol into milk. Essentially, it's milk and eggs, right? It's a nutrition drink.
There's alcohol in eggnog?
There can be.
There can be.
Yeah. Emily, think outside the box. You're the PM for whiteboards, for God's sake. Come on, anything can be anything.
Goodness.
All right, we're going to make an eggnog recipe whiteboard after this to kind of like put our own recipe together. And John, who is the PM for AI in Confluence, can use some AI magic to help us come up with some other great ingredients for that. All right, y'all, let us begin with a wonderful prompt starring our very own Christina Rostevsky. Christina, are you ready?
So ready.
Oh my God, I can see it on your face. All right, Christina, how could Santa manage the naughty and nice list in Confluence Databases?
Oh, such a good question. So how Santa could do this is by creating a database. Super easy, creating 2 columns, 2 field types, one for the people, so a list of names. You could even use the user field if you've got them all in your Confluence space. And another column or field type that is like a tag filter. A tag field type. And you could create 2 different tags, nice and naughty, and then assign everyone one of those tags. Then you've got this great big list with people tagged either naughty or nice. And then what you could even do, if Santa wanted to take it up a level, is create a separate view using that as a filter. So using, if X user is nice, let's create a view of the nice list, and let's create a view of the naughty list and have separate views for your nice list and your naughty list.
Oh my God. You heard it from Christina. Give everyone the gift of a Confluence user license this year so you can easily add them to the naughty or nice list. Christina, thank you so much. The extra view is just like, that is over the top. But like, that is a great example of what databases are. I have seen many messages like on the community where people are like, but what is the advantage of a database over a table? And I'm like, so the people don't have to see all the things, right? So if you are managing, I would just like to know, Christina, am I on your gift list? And
of course, you're on the nice list.
Okay.
I did create a naughty and nice list for everyone in this room. Everyone here is on the nice list, don't worry.
I'll check up on that later. Okay. I would like to know who's on the naughty list, but not at this time because we're in the middle of a party and we're having a good time. Emily, are you ready for a prompt?
Oh, I'm ready as I'll be.
That's the spirit. Emily. Santa's elves are always thinking ahead. How would they use AI in Confluence Whiteboards to come up with the top toys for the next holiday season?
Oh, this one's an easy one. We have a new feature that has literally just gone out very, very recently over December called Generating Sticky Notes. It uses AI and it pulls in data from all of your Confluence pages as well. And so you could just put in a little prompt, like a sticky note of either a already like very fashionable present or gift, or you could just put in a prompt of like top presents inside your sticky note and it'll generate a bunch of different top gifts for you.
Oh my God, this is fantastic. I feel like that's how Buzz Lightyear's karate chop action became a thing, because like how else? Like I would like, has anybody played with Raggedy Ann dolls? Is that a thing in like Australia? Has anyone seen Raggedy Ann? It's like those like rag dolls with like kind of creepy eyes and like a triangle nose, but like Raggedy Ann was like a total thing, and it's like, why don't we have like Raggedy Ann action figures? Karate chop Raggedy Ann, like Raggedy Ann's career, like I don't know. All right, okay. Seems like Whiteboard has us covered no matter what kind of monstrosity of a gift I'm trying to create. Look, okay, at this point in time, nostalgia sells, okay? That they're just repackaging the stuff that they made when we were kids.
Oh yeah. That's the way that we get joy in our lives these days, is thinking back to when we were children.
That's right.
It's retro, it's cool.
Yeah, emptying our pockets so we can think back to what it was like when we were children. I'm kind of excited for when I can like buy my kids the like Confluence V1 simulator Tamagotchi so they can kind of experience like what was collaboration like in version 1 Confluence. I think that's going to be so great.
Oh yeah,
are you
Tamagotchi, maybe like the version on Nintendo Switch for when we've got kids who are like, Nintendo Switch is so retro.
Oh my gosh, up to 8 collaborators at a time. No, wait a minute. Version 1 was not collaborative. Never mind. This is going to be so easy. Oh my God. I mean, it should just be like the intranet simulator. Like, who wouldn't want to play intranet simulator? Oh, like there should be a mode that's like just called edit mode, and it's kind of like the boss mode to see like how many things you can break accidentally by editing the markup. Like, I don't want to mention that. That's going to get people angry in the comments. All right, Johnny, are you ready for a question?
I am. I love the accent.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to start a timer. Whoop, there we go. John, can you use Atlassian Intelligence or Rovo to create a letter to Santa in a formal business tone? Very important.
Yes, and I did it.
Oh, let's hear it.
So first off, I think my favorite part of this is that it was done in bullet points. So, very distinct lines here. But anyway, it might translate more visual. But anyway, it says, Dear Santa Claus, I hope this letter finds you well and in good spirits as the holiday season approaches. I am writing to formally express my wishes for this Christmas. I have been diligent in my efforts throughout the year and have strived to maintain a positive attitude and contribute to my community. My wish list includes items that I believe will enhance my personal growth and bring joy to those around me. I would greatly appreciate your consideration of the following requests. Smart value, insert specific wishes here. Thank you for your time and attention to this matter. I look forward to your response. Wishing you and your team a successful holiday season. Sincerely, Smart Value, your name.
Oh my God. I love that there is a smart value used in the letter to Santa.
I was really impressed.
Wow. Thank you so much, Rovo, for either like absolutely enhancing letters to Santa or totally ruining them. I can't decide which.
I think it's a great tool. If anyone does get on Christina's naughty list, you just throw something in there. You'll get some great bullet points.
God, yeah.
All right, it's time I told you, John. You better send that letter.
The truth comes out.
I kind of wish it said like, I hope this letter finds you well. That was maybe the only missing element of that. Oh my God, that's so good. Okay. All right, y'all, are you ready for a different question? All right, this is a rapid fire question, which means everyone here has the opportunity to answer as quickly as possible. And the question is, something happened to make all the reindeer love him. Name the Confluence feature Rudolph used to save that foggy Christmas Eve and why. Go.
Oh, I definitely have an answer to this.
Okay, what is it?
That database, like someone deletes it or like Christina hasn't made it yet, Rudolph comes in with clustering and actually just clustered all of the girls and boys into naughty and nice for Santa. And so he saved the day.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Christina, what Confluence feature?
Well, Rudolph would definitely use Atlassian Intelligence. I know this isn't even a database answer, but I'm going to say they would use Atlassian Intelligence to help him write a plan. Did you hear how good that letter was?
That's
I'd
true.
be writing a plan using Atlassian Intelligence for how to save the day.
John, what would Rudolph use? What Confluence feature?
I used Atlassian Intelligence to answer this, and its suggestion was page comments, because it said this feature would enable the reindeer to leave feedback and encouragement for each other, boosting morale as they work together.
Oh my God. Okay,
It's
y'all.
so wholesome.
This is like a Christmas miracle, like holiday beautiful magic. The one thing is, I just love how the actual, like if we look at the lore of Rudolph, and I can see people are going to the comment section right now, so I'm just saying what they are saying. The problem was weather related. Okay, no, they couldn't see. Okay, so like, I like all your answers, but I'm speaking for the comments, okay? All right, I'm speaking for the comments here. These are really good answers. And Christina, it does not have to be database specific. Again,
okay.
Think outside of the box. Do we need to jump on another whiteboard here? No, we don't. Okay. All right. Let us jump over to a question about the new year. All right. let's throw away our roles and titles, throw away the roadmaps of yore, and think about 2025. What feature or improvement would you want to see added to Confluence in 2025? And you're allowed to say one that your team works on or another team. Easier if you say another team should make it, right? And just to kick this one off, I have a few suggestions from the community. So David Mathis would like to see feature parity on mobile apps, especially the iPad. I would like this also so that I can pick up my iPad and use whiteboards, and I can use databases, and I can use all the things on my iPad. That'd be amazing. Chad LeBlanc would like more options when customizing buttons. We have smart buttons with automations, but it'd be cool to have buttons that do all the things, including buttons that interact with macros. That would be super cool. And Israel Padilla would love the ability to copy a Confluence custom template from an existing one. So those are the wishes from the community and me. Christina, what feature would you like to see added to Confluence in 2025? By the way, you're not allowed to make any financial or purchasing decisions based on anything that is said by Atlassian employees here on this video. Legal said I had to say that. Okay, Christina.
Thanks for that. I would love to see, and I know you said throw roadmaps out the door, but comments on a database. It's something that I'm just like waiting for, because at the moment databases, you can't collaborate on a database, or you can, but it's just not great. So it's something that we've heard a bunch from community, from our customers, and I really think it would just like up-level collaboration in Confluence. That is what Confluence is all about. Great news, it's something we're actually working on at the moment, so hopefully we'll see that land in product sometime soon next year.
Way to use that wish to like advertise how awesome your team is. I really like that, actually. That's a bold move, and I approve. Emily, what one feature would you add to Confluence in 2025?
Well, now I feel like I need to change my answer to be something the team are definitely working on, but I do have something that I desperately want, which is custom templates for both whiteboards and databases. And I don't, unfortunately, I don't have a timeline for you right now, Matthew, on like when that's coming, but hopefully it is coming in 2025.
Okay, fair enough. Again, I can just like sense everyone rushing to the comments section right now. But you know, fair is fair. I won't ask for any more because this is a game. Okay, we don't have to pretend to promise to dates that we intend to fully intend not to keep. All right, I know your PMs. I know how this game works. All right, John, what one feature would you add to Confluence in 2025?
I'm going to take a bit of a risk here because there is a chance it already exists in databases and I'm not aware of it, but I would love the ability to create formulas in databases and tables.
Christina, does that exist?
Well, not complex formulas. We recently just shipped simple formulas, simple calculations. So beneath every field type, if you hover, you should see like a calculate button and you're able to perform really simple calculations like min, max, average, and then on non-numerical fields, you can do like, show me the percentage of empty cells, show me the percentage with unique values, but complex formulas we have heard, and I also want this too, John.
That is a very good list of feature requests. 2025, do us a solid. We would like all of these features, especially the one that Christina and team are very much working on. Okay, don't go and change everything on us. We would really like to see these things. All right, y'all, we have another free-for-all question. So remember, anybody can answer as quickly as you like, and I want you to turn your attention to Confluence Premium. We're talking about Premium right now, which does not exclude anyone viewing, but I'm testing these product managers, and I'm going to go to their product marketing managers after this meeting and make sure that everything they said was accurate, because this is important, all right? Confluence Premium question. Ready, a set, a go. Last Christmas, you gave them your heart. This year, to save them from tears, which Confluence Premium feature would you give them, and why? John, what Confluence Premium feature?
I'm giving admin key. I have seen how that can help when you are locked out of a page, you're locked out of something, and there's nothing you can do. Break into it with admin key. Fix the problem.
The Confluence security team would like me to say that you are not breaking into anything.
Bad choice of words.
Emily, what Confluence Premium feature would you give your team to be successful?
I'm so biased on this one. I would give unlimited editable whiteboards. Definitely not because I am the PM on whiteboards, but my team are obsessed with them. We're using them like every day. So unlimited editable whiteboards.
It's a good answer, especially when I mistakenly thought you said edible whiteboards, which would also be amazing. Christina, what would you give your team? What Confluence feature, premium feature?
I would give them Confluence Analytics because I love stalking who is viewing my page all the time, and I would love to give my team that ability.
Stalking is another way of saying observing the collaboration that's happening.
Exactly.
Checking if they're being naughty or nice.
Yep.
We would like to apologize to any and all product marketing managers who listen to this segment. We didn't mean to use words like breaking in and stalking. It just came to us. Oh my God. Y'all, this is a lot of fun. When you sit down to do things like this, like, you know, you've been to those holiday parties where you're like, oh, wow, this is great. I can't wait till I leave. You just never know what sort of bunch of people you're going to sit down with. And to be here with this crowd talking about none other than our favorite collaboration product, this is just way too much fun. So are y'all still having fun? Should we do some more of these? Does that work for you? Okay. I thought I might lose one of you at this point, like Chocolate River style, but we're all good. All right, Willy Wonka, let's go. So little to see, so much time. Strike that, reverse it. Christina, this is a question just for you. What kind of details would you track in a Confluence database of all the gifts you plan to give this year?
So I actually am already doing this because I have a bunch of people I want to buy gifts for. Details that I am tracking. So I've got the names of everyone who I'm going to give gifts to in one column in a database. I then have another column for here are all my gift ideas. So I'm, listing a few ideas out. I have another column that is a number field, and that is tracking my budget or my price range that I plan to spend on each individual person. And then I also have a links, like a smart link column, and I'm listing some of the items that I want to give. So I've got one column that's like, here are the ideas, and then I've got a link field type for here are the actual URLs for the things I can go and purchase because I'm waiting for Black Friday sales.
Ooh, very nice. I feel like the only addition I would make is a numbered column at the beginning so I know how many gifts I should buy in the first place, right? You got to do that tally at the end.
Yeah, well, you mean like turning on numbered entry?
What?
Well, oh my goodness, let me tell you about this. If you just navigate to table settings, which is one of the layout options that we have table, card, and board. You can enable numbered entries, and that'll basically number all your rows in a database.
Oh my God, I had no idea that was a feature that was recently released, Christina. This is a bizarre happenstance. These sorts of things happen at holiday parties.
Yeah, it just got released, and there's also a community post. So Matt, I expect you to give that community post a big old like after this.
I read the community post, okay? I know it's a thing. I'm a little bit behind on my work, okay? All right, Santa's Workshop has been really busy over here.
No, that's so fair.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all, we are cooking now. The party is really heating up. The eggnog has been served. It is spiked, Emily. Okay, there's booze in it. Okay, maybe you didn't know, but you're having a great time with this eggnog and you're not really sure why. And it's not because of the taste, because it's mad weird. It's kind of a weird thing to drink. So we have another rapid fire question. The question is, what Confluence features would you give for the 12 days of Christmas? Starting with John, on the 12th day of Christmas, you would give
Highlighting.
Christina, on the 11th day.
Emoji reactions.
Emily.
Watching pages.
John.
I would give the new refreshed analytics.
Ooh, Christina.
I would give page header images.
All right, Emily?
I would give folders for storage.
Ooh, John.
That was good. I like distribute columns in a table, that is. Make them like equal width.
I feel like I should sing 5 golden whiteboards. I don't know where we are at this point. Christina, we're at 4 maybe. We'll say we're 4.
Can I say sticky note clustering on whiteboards?
Yes, John. 3.
I'm going to go big one and say automation.
Oh, that's a big gift. 2, Emily.
Importers. It's like the gift card of all features.
I love it. And a smart link in a content tree. Very nice, everyone. That was an excellent 12 days of Confluence features. John is the relative who shows up and gives everybody like iPhones for Christmas or something. Like he's like, oh, it's just automation for everybody. No big deal. Oh, you got the mittens? Oh, cool. That's a cool vibe, John. That's very cool.
Drink a little too much eggnog, big gifts. I'm a good guest.
All right. I'm hoping I get an invite from John. That's all I have to say.
I feel like we now need to sing that version, right? Like, are we all ready?
Oh, yeah, maybe next time. How about? That can be like like it be in the DVD bonus features, maybe. It can be the cast recording of that. All right, Johnny, it's your turn for a question with a minute on the clock. John, we have Feliz Navidad. What other holiday song would you use Atlassian Intelligence or Rovo to translate?
So I used 2 prompts here. The first one was, what do you think is the best holiday song for you to translate for me?
Ooh.
And it gave me 5 options. Gave me Jingle Bells, a classic that captures the festive spirit. Gave me Silent Night, a beautiful and serene carol. Deck the Halls, a lively song perfect for celebrating. Oh Holy Night, a powerful and moving piece. And Frosty the Snowman, a fun and cheerful song for the ages.
True.
And I said, translate the song Frosty the Snowman into German for me. And I am not going to attempt to read that, but it was successful.
Oh my God, I really want to try it in my very broken German. I also love that it's like a very cheerful tale, but doesn't he melt at the end? Isn't that the sad one?
We're working out the kinks still on the modeling, you know?
I feel like the characters of most Christmas song or holiday songs are alive at the end, but he is most definitely not. I mean, it's like, maybe he'll come back again someday. Like, that's like, wrap it up with a bow. It's like Circle of Life, kids. Happy holidays.
Yeah, we're still putting that in the training data. We'll get there next year.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Rovo, when dealing with snowman related content, please think about the ending. Okay. Before you suggest anything. John, that was an excellent translation. Send me the German. That also needs to go in the bonus content, I definitely think. Y'all, we have a question for the new year. Are you all ready to think about 2025? How will teamwork change in 2025? Emily, how do you think teamwork is going to change?
I think that teamwork is going to become even more collaborative over 2025. Like, we've seen this big shift into having to deal with like remote work and hybrid work. And I think that we're all getting better and better at like using different tools to come together and join each other. But I think that that's going to get even better as we introduce new functionality into our tools that make it better for us to do online things together.
Online things together. Yes. Ooh, I like it. This is a good view. I was thinking the other day, do y'all remember when blockchain was the thing and everybody's like, oh, blockchain, everything's going to be transformed by blockchain. And I'm like, I know blockchain is still blockchaining. It's cool. The market's going crazy or in one direction or another. I can say that with confidence, no matter when you're watching this recording. But like, that was the thing, and now it is not the thing. So, Christina, what is the thing in 2025? How will things change?
I think we'll probably need to learn how to leverage AI a lot more in our work than we do today. So, learning how to give AI better prompts, learning how to leverage the outputs of AI better, and then also like employing AI for some of those like time sync type jobs. So, we as product managers often go through like a ton of customer feedback and have to manually sometimes categorize what it fits in. It would be great, to use more AI in that
Yes.
department to kind of save us some time. Obviously not saying we're not going to read all that customer feedback, but to kind of group those categories and then get this large output of information that you can send over to stakeholders in your team, I think would be great using AI.
I like that. Yeah, I think the top Rovo agents of 2025 are all going to be agents that help you write prompts. Like a software feature that teaches you how to use the software feature. That's pretty wild. John, what is the new and glorious thing that's going to transform teamwork in 2025? What do you think?
I am keeping my eye on information being transformed from one format into another. And so with that, I mean, maybe there's a bunch of activity that happens in a whiteboard, but then you can transform that into an audio summary of what was actually done there. Or maybe it's something like a recorded Loom meeting, and instead of staying as visual and audio, that can be transformed into written notes. So I think hopefully things like that will make it easier to process and move quickly in people's preferred ways of working.
Ooh, I love that so much. I am waiting for the ability to record a Loom video of me rambling, Confluence pages made, and then I can just publish, like it makes a real well-written documentation page, which I've never created in my life. And then it publishes to the help center and it's like helpful for someone. I'm waiting for that thing to convert this scrambled spaghetti mess into helpful content. Like that would be like 2025 miracle, y'all. Okay. Fantastic question. Y'all are just rolling so fast and your brains are so on fire right now. Not in a literal sense, I'm hoping. Although we are converting calories into heat and other forms of energy. So in some sense, you are all burning, but in a controlled way. Hovering at, well, I don't know how many degrees Celsius is body temperature? Fahrenheit, it's like 10 or around 100, a little under 100. What's the
36?
36? No, that sounds about right.
That feels weirdly high.
Yeah.
Your body temp. Your body temp should be high. You're warm-blooded.
Yeah. Why are
I
you so
certainly feel
uncomfortable where you
36
are?
degrees. Like right now, it feels like 36 degrees. It's very warm.
Go get the thermometer and do some science, Emily. I believe that is correct. Yes, we are burning infernos inside. Make sure you're eating your protein and your calories, y'all. It's very important. Drink water. Stay safe. Don't invest in crypto. No, just kidding. I can't say that. Oh no, they're all running to the comments again. All right, everybody. Rapid fire question time. What Confluence feature do people dislike when they open it, but they still smile and say, thank you? Christina.
I'm going to say maybe Confluence Search. But they would say thank you because we have a bunch of great filters that help you drill down to find your answer, find the page you're looking for or content.
Yes. And we got good old Rovo coming to maybe help us out a bit more. Emily, what would you say?
I would say version history. People make changes and they're like, oh, don't actually look at the old version though. Like that was don't look at the thing that I did in the past. And that's just, by the way, quick note, coming to whiteboards very soon. It'll be available in, I think, like today, right? It's starting to roll out, Christina.
Oh
Correct.
my God. All right, John, what is one present like that?
I think mine is the same. I was going to say like the page comparison thing, where you look back and compare this version versus that version. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
It is not. There are some parts of Confluence where I look at that and I'm like, I remember those days. You just kind of crack something open and you're like, oh yeah, we all used to look that way. That was before, the buttons still have rounded edges. Oh, that's cute. I remember when that was a thing. Yeah. Oh, a gradient used in that way. That's adorable. Right. Yeah. Okay. No, these are these are good answers. Oh my God. I love this. Okay. Emily, we are on the 12th question. Are you ready to have all focus put solely on you?
Ready.
Perfect. I like that. Okay. Here we go. Emily, I don't want a lot for Christmas, but there's just one thing the team needs. What Confluence Whiteboard feature or features would they use to figure that out?
This is the perfect question for me because obviously you're going to be on whiteboards to be brainstorming this with your team, but you can only pick one. So you use voting so that you can decide together. This is a democracy in our team. We get to make decisions collaboratively together. So you can use voting. You could even do it anonymously if there's something spicy in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
First of all, could I have a link to the whiteboard? And second of all, how many votes do we get?
Oh, I think that you only get one if you have to choose the top thing.
Okay,
but you
yeah,
could decide
true.
as a team if maybe you want to be a bit more lenient because you get to set that limit inside the voting feature.
Okay, all right. You heard it here first. Whiteboards, the great place for anonymously voting on spicy things in Confluence. Thank you, Emily. Okay, fantastic. We have another free-for-all. I figured I'd get all the big brain stuff out right at first so that we can then focus on our individual thoughts and ideas, all right? John, you know Dasher and Dancer and all of the other reindeer. What new names would Atlassian Intelligence or Rovo give Santa's team of reindeer?
I am so glad you asked. It turns out that Atlassian Intelligence loves alliteration. So here were 5 that it gave me. Frosty Flyer, Jingle Jet, Sparkle Dash, Merry Comet, and my personal favorite, Twinkle Thunder.
Twinkle Thunder? Okay, that is like there's they've announced a whole new collection of My Little Pony, and Twinkle Thunder is the one that I just want. I just have to have Twinkle Thunder. What was it? What was number 3? Jingle Jet?
Yeah, Jingle Jet was number 2, yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's a good one too.
That seems like something you might call the veterinarian over. Yeah, Rudolph's got the Jingle Jets. It's problematic. Okay, very nice, Rovo. Thank you for these excellent modern names for Santa's fantastic team. Do any of them have illuminated noses, perchance, John? Is that or that isn't detailed?
That I did not include in the prompt, but next year I definitely will.
We should clarify. We should definitely clarify. Absolutely. All right, fantastic. Y'all, we have a question about 2025, and that is, what's one collaboration practice you want to add or improve this year? John, what's one collaboration practice you'd add?
I want to personally get better at creating my own agents in Rovo. I want to learn how to take some of the tasks that might be a bit more repetitive or could use more structure and give me something to bounce off of when I'm, constructing work and need some feedback.
I love that. Okay, Emily, what is one new thing you would add?
We already do this a little bit in my team, but I think we need to be leaning more into the Loom world so that we can have fewer meetings. Sometimes content and understanding just gets a little bit lost in Slack, and so Looms really save the day with being able to describe things easily. So I think I need to be leaning more into those Looms.
Loom it up. I do like me some good Loom. We could talk Loom all day. Christina, what is one new thing that you want to be doing in 2025?
Oh, Emily stole my answer. I was going to say Loom. But I'll change my answer. I think something that I want to do more often is I sometimes get stuck when I'm about to start writing a page. I find it really hard to get started. So probably leaning more into the whiteboards world to just start jotting thoughts down on sticky notes, kind of mapping things out a little bit more to end up creating a more thoughtful page is probably something I want to get better at.
I like that a lot. I recognize for myself personally, I'm very haphazard when I'm working. And I often I know like the template I need to use or the page. I'm just going to copy the page and change things really quick. And like, I know what to do, but I realize it's not really kinder to our future selves. I recognize that like in 2025, maybe this sounds old school, but like I should be making more templates of the things that I make over and over. And I also want to use more smart buttons with Confluence with automations for Confluence, so that my team members can just go to a page and click a button to create a template. Maybe it even inserts content in that template. Now I can include a database entry in that template. Those are really important things that I'm doing day in and day out. And I realize I think there are places where I could make everyone's lives better if I just kind of cleaned up the process. I have the tools. I just need to stop for a second and just like do the right repeatable thing for everyone. All right. We have a question here for Christina. Christina, are you ready for a question?
So ready.
Fantastic. I love that. I hope you're ready by the end of it. Christina, the Christmas party hop is in full swing, but we need to know, what are people rocking around? We need to see, like, how do we plan the mistletoe so it's everywhere? What about the pumpkin pies? Could we plan an event like this in Confluence Databases?
You sure can. So I would create a database that have those as like my tasks that I want to plan for. I'd make another field type for who the driver is of all those tasks. I'd make another field type for the details of each of those tasks. Again, you can make a link field type to link out, maybe the website that relates to that task, or maybe you've got the pumpkin pie recipe link you want to add into your database. And then you can have a number field for how much does each of these items cost. You can even have a status field using the tag field type to let everyone know where you're at in that stage of planning. So maybe you're still planning how you're going to get mistletoe everywhere. So you can create a status that's like, this is, still investigating. And then something you can also do in a database is add a page link field. So on that database, create a field type using the page link field, and then you can link a Confluence page to that database entry, so that provides a bunch more context about that specific task. So I can just navigate to that page, and that page will show me how to rock around the Christmas tree and get a lot more context about that, or find out what the ingredients are of that pumpkin pie recipe so that people with allergies are not caught out.
Yeah, you might even want a whole separate linked database with, people and their their dietary preferences, so that or mistletoe allergies. Those can be devastating.
Yeah.
I imagine if you had one.
It would suck.
Yeah, damn. All right. Thank you, Christina. That is an excellent party planning suggestion. If y'all are have just planned a holiday party or are going into another party, Confluence Databases, also beware of mistletoe allergies. I've just learned that they might be problematic for those people who are allergic. All right, everyone. It is a free-for-all for 2,000 points. No, just kidding. I'm not introducing points now. You wish. Have a holly jolly Christmas in Confluence. And in case you didn't hear, what's one improvement or new feature in Confluence that everyone should know about? Christina, what's an improvement?
Quick calculations in databases. So if you hover under each field type, you'll be able to perform a simple calculation, as I spoke about before. So those are things like sum, minimum, average, etc. And you can do those on almost all field types. Fantastic.
Emily?
I have one that I think will be out by the time people are seeing this, because it's coming really, really, really soon. But it's import all Jira issues. So when you're inside a whiteboard, you can now actually select a little button that lets you import all of your Jira issues from the query that you've got there, the JQL query, rather than having to switch through every single page to select them all, which is something that I personally was desperate for. So it's supposed to be available by the time this comes out. So hopefully I'm not lying to all of our lovely viewers.
I hope none of you are lying about anything at all during this whole thing. But you can't ask for everything. John, what's one feature that people should know about?
I am a really big fan of the feature that the admin team shipped in October called Spaces. And that's one that's available from the top nav. You go to the settings gear, and it's finally a place where you can view all of your spaces, you can take action on them. The newly released ability to edit a space key, I think probably also by the time this comes out, you'll be able to do that from there too. So I think we were overdue to improve space management, and so I think it was hopefully a really helpful release for the product admins out there.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. And by the way, people are rushing to the comments, Emily, because they're like, I can import all the Jira issues, all of them, Emily, every single one. I can't wait to see the system outage that is brought on by the user who's like, I'm going to import every issue. You can only import 5,000, right? Because that's the limit of elements that you can have in a whiteboard.
I actually think it's limited to 1,000 per call, because I think that's the number of issues that are available in the actual search query itself.
Rough stuff. All right, somebody import some Jira issues for us and let us know in the comments what happens. Does anything break? If it does, you can contact Emily directly. Speaking of Emily, it is your turn to answer a question. Emily, the team wants to be crafty this year. What is the best way to make a Christmas tree with Confluence Whiteboards?
Oh, I love this question. I think that shapes are the easiest way for you to make a Christmas tree this holiday season on Confluence Whiteboards, because obviously, like, your triangles, they can be different shades of green, they can be your leaves. If you wanted to go really simple, I guess you could do one really big triangle. But then you can also decorate it with your circles for little baubles and rectangles as your tinsel. They actually really work for any kind of diagramming, including if you really wanted to make a Christmas tree.
That's so fantastic. Fun fact, I actually created a whiteboard to create ideas for this recording, and it is shaped like a Christmas tree because I was just in the vibe. You know, why would I not do that? Oh, fantastic. I hope we see a lot of those. Please drop your whiteboard Christmas tree or Festivus poll or whatever you use to celebrate with. Drop that in the comments. I would love to see a picture of those. John, you seem bored. Are you bored, John? Would you like a question, John?
I desperately would like a question.
That's the spirit. John, 'twas the week before Christmas, and how could I use Atlassian Intelligence or Rovo to prepare my team for my time away on holiday?
This was an easy one, honestly. I think easier than the previous prompts around, what was it? It was songs to sing and translate. Gave me a really nice, clean output around action items to take. Ordered in sequential order, so starting with setting clear expectations around communicating my out-of-office states and times to the team, and also how to handle urgent matters. Then 2, delegating responsibilities, so assigning tasks to everyone that needs them, and then also creating a Confluence document around who's responsible for what. Then 3rd, creating a knowledge base, so compiling important information, resources, and FAQs. And then 4, scheduling check-ins, recommending that I touch base with everyone in my team before I left office. Then setting up an out-of-office message, so something in my email. And then 6th, encouraging team collaboration, so encouraging the team to use collaborative tools like Confluence and Jira to stay connected and manage tasks effectively. So love the little, internal marketing that we have within Rovo. And then finally planning for post-holiday follow-ups and scheduling meetings with the team, which honestly, that's probably, this overall is much better than I normally do. So I was very impressed with Atlassian Intelligence.
I was going to say, go Rovo, post-holiday check-ins is an amazing thing to plan in advance. I kind of have 2 takeaways from this. One is have Rovo or Atlassian Intelligence help you plan these types of things. And second of all, stop giving John simple questions because he's not grateful for them. Make it harder for him because he's getting a little too cocky in this. How much eggnog have you had, John? Do you become one of those aggressive or competitive game players at holiday parties, John? Are you that person? Is that what's going on here?
I'm mostly the competitive eater that holiday parties.
Okay. All right. Is there a particular type of food or just anything, everything? Give me that nog.
Eggnog and desserts, I'd say that's where you gotta look out.
All right, fantastic. Next time I will have some nog and cookies for you. I think that does seem right. Y'all, I have a New Year's question. What's a new tool that you want to start using in your professional or personal life in the next year? John.
I am going to keep on the AI theme. The two I picked out were Claude, one of the generative models, and then Replit. As a side tangent, I really like basketball, and I do an annual project where I dive into projecting players' careers, as one does with their free time. But it's been kind of manual, and so I want to use more AI tools in the upcoming years to make it more sophisticated.
Okay, that's super cool. Christina, what's one new tool you want to use in your professional or personal life?
I'm going to say this application called Things. I'm taking inspiration from Emily because she always plans out her life so well on this app. And I love writing to-do lists, and I have to-do lists everywhere on every different application. But Emily has told me so much about this thing called Things, which she says is great for kind of keeping a really clear list of things you need to do, and you can assign timelines and that sort of thing. So I'm just all about like personal productivity. So that's something that I'll be looking into. New year, like great time to like set up new habits and that sort of thing.
I love that. I have heard things about Things, and the things that I have heard seem like pretty cool things. Emily,
Nice.
what's one new tool you want to add to your personal or professional life, Emily?
I'm so glad that I'm a Things influencer. One tool that I'm keen to add to my both personal and professional life is Pocket. I don't know if you guys have heard of Pocket. It's like where you can save all of the things that you're like planning on reading. So I always find articles and I'm like, oh, I want to read that, but I don't actually have time in the moment, or even like work pages. Sometimes people send me, I'm like, oh, I should read that in the future. And then I want to be able to read them when I have like 5 minutes between meetings, but then I can't find them during those meetings. So I'm hoping that if I start using Pocket, I'll actually be able to organize those like little 5-minute breaks better.
I really like that. I used to use Pocket, big fan of Pocket. I'm now a Feedly nerd because I still love RSS feeds because I don't want an algorithm curating my news for me because I don't trust your algorithms. Sorry. My tool is actually, I just purchased it yesterday, and it is called it was called LumiKeys. They've rebranded to Rolly, R-O-L-I, and it is a small MIDI keyboard that the keys light up, and it connects to an iPad app, and it teaches you to play keyboard with the illuminated keys. I used to play piano as a kid when I really loved it. It just stopped because of a move, and I'm really excited to get back into it. So not cool or futuristic or AI powered, but I mean, it does light up. So that part is pretty cool, I think. So I'll be playing the carols by this time next year. You better be ready. There's gonna be a full rock opera with that 12 Days of Christmas thing. All right, y'all, we have a free-for-all. So that means quick answers. Santa sees you when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake. What would be a better, less creepy way to collaborate with Santa in Confluence? Christina.
Record a loom.
Oh God, yeah, that's so much better. Hey Santa, just watch this. Emily.
I was going to say maybe not less creepy, but like definitely just as good, using analytics. You know, just a bit of light stalking.
John.
I don't think I can top that, but I also was going to say a loom, but specifically a loom comment into my page.
Oh, very, very nice. Look, I think when we're talking about Santa's behavior, this is the point where we should use words like stalking and creepy, because like he knows when you've been bad or good. Like there's a lot of moral implications with that, Santa. Like back down, okay? Let's just use a loom, okay? Or analytics, whichever you choose, Santa. That is so fantastic. Okay, our next question goes none other than to Christina. Christina, are you ready?
Super ready.
Oh yeah, that you really sold it just there. That was really good, and I can feel it. I can feel it. Christina, Santa baby, we've been awfully good Confluence users this year. How would Santa count all the presents he should check off our Christmas list database?
So easy. If you just you could do kind of two things. You could turn on numbered entries in table settings to count the number of rows. So you've got a list of all the database entries. Or if, maybe you use the number field and you are giving one person a number of gifts and you're allocating the number, you could use simple calculations to calculate the sum of all the gifts that Santa is giving to everyone on the nice list only.
Quick follow-up question. What is the number that you gave me? How many gifts will I be receiving?
1.
How many will Emily be receiving?
100.
I knew it. Emily Ristevsky, or whatever I called you last time, this is very disappointing to me, but not a surprise, obviously. You know what, John? I was going to give you all the gifts anyway, so it was going to be a bunch of zeros except for John, who's not on my naughty list. A minute ago, I was like, I need to be harder on John. He's complaining about my questions, and now I'm like, John gets all the presents. I'm benevolent. What can I say? I'm fickle. I forget the things that I say, even minutes beforehand. So let's go to another question for our one and only Emily. Emily, the team is planning what to sing and where during this year's caroling using Confluence Whiteboards. What would be a nice way to politely signal to that one friend that maybe they shouldn't take the solo?
I mean,
you know that person.
We all have that person. Mm-hmm. So I think the best way to do this is, if you're planning your caroling, you're obviously going to be doing it with Jira tickets. I would put them inside a smart section, and I would then assign that smart section to anyone else. And then that way they can't do it because it's not on their to-do list.
That is such a subtle way to do that. You must be incredibly good at difficult social situations, at least when it comes to handling them in whiteboards.
Some might say manipulative, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm good at that too. Let's talk later. It's fun. I didn't know you can manipulate people with whiteboards. That's great. Such good news. We all do have that one friend. They're also the ones that sing the loudest in a community choir. Guaranteed. They are just going to blow the whole section away. And it's like, what do we do with this? And it's like, I don't know. They're volunteered. They didn't even have to try out for this. Okay, y'all, we have a rapid fire. So quick answers in a minute. Nobody on the team deserves a stocking full of coal this year. What's a Confluence worst practice people should avoid? John.
I am really bad about never checking my notifications in product, so don't be like me.
Don't be like John. Christina, what's a worst practice?
Not archiving old pages.
We've never done that before. We always archive stuff, but we've seen other people not archive their stuff, and they should.
Yeah, I would never, but other people do.
Yeah, exactly. Emily, what's a worst practice people should avoid?
Only using pages when there are other content types to use for better functionality for that use case.
I don't know if anyone has seen the ideation process on a Confluence page. I have even seen it in a Jira issue before, and it's like, no, stop. Yeah, the Christmas of past, present, and yet to come and haunt those people, actually. I think that's how that works. Wow, those are really, I liked the change of the vibe where everybody became slightly ashamed as we all admitted, oh yeah, don't do this. Don't do this one really terrible thing that I do a lot. Okay, y'all, we have a question for the new year. So take your time. Think about 2025 as we're stepping in. Christina, what is one Confluence pro tip that you would give to power up 2025?
Yeah, so something that not a lot of people know is the ability to embed a database or even embed a database entry on a page. So this is super important for keeping everyone in sync and keeping everyone up to date. It really sucks when you have a table and you have to like recreate that table or kind of just edit that table for certain viewers. Whereas with a database, you can actually just copy that link, chuck it on a page, paste it on a page, and then everyone can see that database on the page, and they can even make edits to that database from the Confluence page. But you can even take it a step further. If you really just care about one particular entry or one particular row, you can click on the drag handle of that row, hit copy link to entry, and then chuck that on a page. And we found that a lot of people find it super helpful.
I love that. And I just had the thought, what if humans had drag handles and there was some omnipotent being just dragging us around? That'd be
aren't
wild.
our arms drag handles? You just drag someone.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Although there is nurse's elbow, which is a thing where if you drag kids the wrong way, their arm just like kind of detaches a little. So don't drag handle kids. But as long as they are consenting adults, I would like to see Christina drag handle someone around. Do you wrestle,
This
Christina?
is why you only get one gift, Matt.
It's a wrestling match with Christina. Christina, drag handle Rostevsky. She will take you and put you exactly where she wants you. Prepare to be positioned.
I have two brothers. I drag them around. We've dragged.
Okay, I feel like there needs to be a new question about who else have people here drag handled around, but I'm instead, I'm going to ask Emily, what is a power tip that you would give to someone to help them in 2025? A power tip for Confluence.
Okay, my power tip has nothing to do with drag handles. So everyone starts their new year fresh. They've got all these plans. They need to like figure out what their year is going to look like. Mm-hmm. My pro tip for Confluence would be to use our Jira integrations with JPD and start planning your roadmap as soon as you can, figuring out where it's going to sit and then using smart sections to make all the bulk updates that you need so you never have to leave the whiteboard. Yeah.
I love that. Never leave the whiteboard. Emily's one of those few people who only sees whiteboards. That's the only place they allow her to work, and that's why it keeps getting better.
Matt, you're not a sticky note?
I mean, yes, I am. You can use drag handles to reposition me.
He's got drag handles.
Oh my God, we all have drag handles. John, what's a power user tip you would give people for Confluence in 2025?
I just can't stop thinking about drag handles, but mine is kind of on the boring end, I would say, but I think it's a very good practice, starting off the new year fresh, of just curating your content. And what I mean by that is if you have pages, you see them in analytics or in Content Manager, they're not getting any views, archive them. If you have pages that are owned by users that are inactive, update that. Make sure your pages have labels, make sure they have statuses. And the reason for all this is not just because you want to keep a really organized content base, but it really helps when you do want to set those automation rules. It really helps, especially if you are using AI to search across all of your knowledge. It's going to make sure that it's not searching into the types of pages that you don't want it to be. It might be out of date information, it might be duplicate content, whatever it might be. It's one of the fundamentals, but I really think that using the new year is kind of that impetus to start fresh with really maintaining things with a high level of organization is something that, it's the basics, but it's one of the things that can make Confluence really valuable.
I think that's so true. There is only so much Rovo can do, or search can do, or navigation can do. Like you control the content. You can change it, especially if you're using live edit pages. My recommendation was going to be drag handles, because you may not have noticed You may not have noticed that drag handles have been added to all elements in the Confluence editor. So when you are working on a page, just like you would with a human being, you can just click and drag those little handles on the left side and reposition elements, which I was just building a page. It might have actually been for this recording, and I needed to grab a whole table and just move it. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna like copy paste or cut and paste it. And then I was like, wait a minute, drag handles. And behold, anything has drag handles. Okay. Even us. Yeah. In the comments, please name one thing that does or does not have drag handles and why. I can see such an amazing video coming out of this. This is going to be so good. Like, I want to see Team 25 on the big screen. Just this amazing video about drag handles and like things in the real world being dragged around. Oh my God, this is so good. Okay, let us go to John. John, I have a question for you. John, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Can Atlassian Intelligence or Rovo help create a care plan for it?
I appreciate you stepping up the degree of difficulty here. And I'm here to tell you that yes, it can. I gave it a bit more sophisticated prompt. I said that Matt wants a hippopotamus for Christmas. Please create a comprehensive care plan for Matt's hippopotamus and specific instructions around how and when to feed it and what type of toys and environments they like to have fun in and thrive. And it gave me, because I'll be honest, I gave it the first more basic prompt and like, you know, it was kind of basic, like make sure you give it food and water. And it was like, yeah, I got it. But I went into a little bit more depth, and I won't read you the whole thing because it is pretty comprehensive, but it gave me a feeding schedule, which apparently is twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, looking for about 100 pounds of grass or hay daily, supplemented with fruits and vegetables. There's water requirements, enrichment activities, which includes providing large and durable toys such as beach balls or floating objects. Social interaction guidelines, habitat requirements, and finally health monitoring. So I had no idea, but again,
it's just that easy.
Intelligence for the win.
You know, I kind of like, I can imagine this, like, you know, I get this hippopotamus for Christmas. I'm 6 years old, or, you know, I'm 12 years old. And like a month later, it's like, honey, you need to go do enrichment with your hippopotamus. And it's like, Mom, I'm using the Nintendo right now. It's like, go and get the beach ball and give that hippo some quality time, darling. For the love, like, that's why we gave you the hippo. I am not buying 100 pounds of grass every day for no reason. Go enrich with the hippo. Fine, Mom.
That was great.
Thank you. That is not the way my mom sounds. Shout out to my mom, who does not sound like that. But if I did have a hippo, she would want me to do enrichment activities with it. That's the whole point of having a hippo. It's a therapy hippo, all right? We paid for the certification. We've got to do something with this thing. God, I'm sorry. Getting me all worked up. Let's go to do a rapid fire question so we can all calm down a little bit. Rapid fire question. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but what is one highlight color in Confluence you would use to make your text stand out, and why? Emily.
Green, because I am obviously always right.
Oh, interesting. It's not like a green with envy kind of thing?
Maybe everyone is also jealous. It could be both.
It's, wow, that was not, wow. I like how you took it in that direction. Lots of confidence. John, what color would you use?
I would use orange. It's my favorite color, and my favorite animals, tigers, are also orange. So I guess it's my spirit highlighter.
And what is your favorite fruit?
I actually don't like oranges.
Oh, we were going 3 for 3. Christina, what is one color that you would use?
I would also pick green. It's my favorite color too, and it's also the color of Christmas. So
that's a good one. Good answers, everyone. I would do black because no one needs to see my writing, and I would turn it to dark mode too. Dark theme all the way. Oh ho ho. Christina, are you ready for a question? You look ready for a question.
And this time I'm really ready.
Okay. Christina, I've got a large group of performances and bird-related gifts to give for the 12 days of Christmas. How would I use Confluence Databases alongside Jira to manage this project?
Yeah, so something you can do with databases is import Jira tickets or Jira epics. So if you actually navigate to the three-dot menu, hit import and templates, you'll see a sidebar pop out where you can import content from Jira or from Confluence, and you can import those tickets that are associated with the performances and bird-related gifts, have those land in your database, and then you can also keep or delete certain fields that get added to your database. And then alongside that, you can create new fields and add your own notes for whatever Jira ticket that you've got linked there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the easiest way I can think of, and that's pretty easy. The Jira import modal lets you pick the site that you're trying to get your tickets from. You can also drill down your filters for project, the issue type, the status, and who the assignee is, or you can use JQL.
But Christina, can I import all the Jira issues?
Maybe.
You can't. I don't think you can. I think it'll break. Somebody go try that and drop in the comments. Let us know what happens. Also, I should have had a follow-up question for Emily, which is, can I use Atlassian Intelligence in whiteboards with smart sections to plan all my bird-related and performance-based Christmas gifts, which I would guess that I could, like full circle. Go databases, AI, and whiteboards. We're just doing all the things. Speaking of all the things, we have 3 more prompts, everybody. So buckle up, or whatever will prepare you, because we have a free-for-all coming up right now. I feel like I should do like a pre event interview, like they do like in a sports stadium with an athlete, but we're not going to do that because we don't have the budget for those sorts of things. All right, free for all, everybody. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Confluence content be light or dark theme, and why? John.
I always go dark mode, and I don't have a reason why.
That's a good answer. Emily, light or dark theme?
I'm on the light side. I actually have nothing in dark mode. I really struggle, maybe it's like a me thing, I really struggle to see things in dark mode. It's like they're hiding from me.
Interesting. And now we know why it took so long to get dark theme on whiteboards. Just saying. Christina, we actually know you're the reason it took so long. No, just kidding. Christina, light theme or dark theme?
You got me there. No, I'm in cahoots with my best friend Emily. I'm also in light mode. I just don't get sore eyes from looking at my computer screen. It's like a superpower. I could look at a computer screen all day and it doesn't hurt. So, in saying that though, databases supports dark mode. Very hot news. You could go try them now. So I'm not anti-dark mode. I love dark mode, but I just prefer light mode.
Okay, for half a second, I thought about a character from a movie or a show named Auntie Dark Mode, who is your really fun gothic aunt who maybe is secretly a witch. You know, Auntie Dark Mode just kind of drops in, and you're always like, oh, Auntie Dark Mode, I didn't see you there. Is that were you doing an incantation? Why are you hovering? All those things. I would go, I'm team dark theme. And I can't tell you why. Also, like John said, there's just something about it. Yeah, and I love sunshine. I love the light. I mean, obviously, my background does not communicate that. But yeah, but when it comes to screens, one thing that is very helpful when you are using a webcam in a room where you want to control the light, if you're using a bright screen, it illuminates you and it changes things up. Whereas dark mode does not affect your production quality. So I'm going to say I do it because I am such a fancy professional. Speaking of fancy professional, Emily, I have a question for you. The most fancy professional of all those in this room. I didn't want to say that, but somebody needed to. Okay, it's on the fancy professional list, the database. You're number 1. Christina wasn't going to say it, but I'll say it. It's obvious. Okay, here we go.
I feel like there was bias if Christina's the one that's putting it on the list.
It's true, Christina. We don't trust anything you're saying. Okay. Emily, what a bright time. It is the right time to rock your whiteboard away. What are some good situations in which you would use a timer?
I feel like there aren't any bad situations in which you can use your whiteboard's timer. Like, I think you can use it for like any time you're collaborating on the whiteboard. Even if you're doing it on your own, you could use the timer to time block yourself in your ideation. So like brainstorming, retros, reading time, if you've got content already on the whiteboard, that timer is there for everything. And if you get to the end of it, you get a really cute jingle, which I am obsessed with, and my team is sick of watching me dance to it.
When does the feature come out where we all get to see you dance to that time?
It's in the limited content for this session, haven't you heard?
That's for the premium. That's for premium subscribers only. Yeah, and then you have if you get the special edition DVD. I don't know why I keep saying DVD. Blu-ray is a thing, I guess, for those people who like physical media, physical laser-based media. I'm a Laserdisc fan myself, obviously. Like, let's aim for the future. Jesus. All right, y'all. It is our last question, and befittingly, it is about 2025. This is a really important one, so I want you to like prepare yourselves because this is gonna carry us through the whole year. And I want each of you to give yourself a pep talk for the year 2025. All right, so take a moment, get in your head, you know what you need to hear. All right. Talk to yourself like no one is watching, but actually everyone is, so, maybe don't do that. But give yourself a pep talk. John, are you ready to give yourself a pep talk for 2025?
No, but I will give it my best shot.
All right, John, take it away.
Well, you learned a lot in the last year, and I'm sure you're going to learn a lot more in this upcoming year. AI is a crazy place. Let's try to figure out how to actually make it solve real world problems and not just novelty fun things that demo well. And let's do some great things for the Confluence user base.
Ooh, I like that. That was a very come on, John, just come sit down. Let's just talk. Let's talk about your future. This is so great. And I can't wait for young John to address slightly younger John at the end of this year as you rewatch this recording. This is going to be great.
I am not young John. I don't have Christina's superpower of, computer screens not hurting my eye. I am old John already, so it'll be older John next year.
You can feel the effects of the radiation coming out of the screen at you. Yeah. Some of us may come from another planet where those sorts of things don't happen. Speaking of, Christina, are you ready to give yourself a pep talk for the year 2025? Mm-hmm. All right, go for it.
Okay, so 2025, we're going to focus on being super organized and productive. So I want to make sure that I am working within a tidy Confluence space and making the right pages and keeping them up to date. And I'm also going to be focusing on delivering the best possible database experience to our customers. There is a lot of foundational work that we want to do to improve the overall quality bar, and also ship a bunch of really cool features that we think our users will find super helpful. So we can do it.
I love that. At the end, we can do it. Let's play this back later and see if you actually could do it or if you were mistaken and you truly could not. It might be a dark time, but I'll be filming you either way when we get to see your reaction to this later.
Thank you.
Not like Santa creepy style. I'll ask for your permission.
You'll obviously just record a loom. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Emily, are you ready to give yourself a pep talk?
I sure am. And I'm ready for 2025.
All right.
2024 was fantastic. We got out a bunch of new features. We went to GA for whiteboards. 2025 can be even better. You've got a great team. You've got a great bunch of other PMs that you work with. You've got a great bunch of users. What could go wrong?
A wise way to end a prompt or a speech to yourself. What could go wrong? Slightly, yes, a younger Emily will know how to answer that question, but today we don't. What could go wrong? And of course, I would say to myself, hey, Matt. Yeah, what's going on? You're looking great. Yeah, I know, thanks. Well, that's very, thank you, obviously. I do have some other things to say. Could you listen? Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, sure, whatever. Look, you need to plan things ahead. Yeah, I'm very good at that. Yeah, and you need to give everybody all of the details when you lay out a plan. All of the details? Yeah, like the people that are on this video where you didn't give them all the details and they showed up to record it and they didn't have all of them. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. You have Confluence? Yeah, I do. You have whiteboards? Yeah, absolutely, obviously. Do you have Jira? You could plan things and like put those in issues? Yeah, I do. Use those. Please, just use the tools that you have ahead of you. Well, I'm not very good at that. Okay, have you ever heard of a thing called Rovo? Yes, I did a talk about it, actually. Yeah, you should actually use that. You should use that to plan your workout so that people are not having to do last minute work with you. You cool with that? Yeah, sure, I totally got that. Did you get it? Repeat it back to me. Okay, I thought so. And that would be my pep talk. Everybody, that is the end of our questions. We did it. We're in 2025. We won 2024. We finished all the questions. We did all the holiday shenanigans. I'm so like thrilled about so many things that we talked about, including drag handles. I have like already so many other questions for you all. Really quick show of hands. How many people keep people keep gifts that you don't actually like? Oh, you're all such good people. I immediately donate them or even try to return them to retail stores because our supply chain does not need that burden or the economy or the environment. Or I will just immediately donate it to someone who wants those really ugly pants. But you all keep them. You're such good people. You're such good people.
What if someone asks, how's that gift I got you, or they want to see it?
Then what kind of person are they, Christina? What kind of gifts are people giving you?
Well, maybe like someone got you a candle and they're like, how's that candle going? And you're like, what candle?
All right, new challenge for you. Create a database of all of the unwanted gifts you receive and then, keep track of when people ask about those gifts. In a couple of years, we'll revisit. I'm thinking they're not going to ask about those candles. They got you that candle because they don't really care about you. They don't know what you want. They just gave you a candle, Christina. If they knew what you wanted, you would want to keep it, right? I mean,
this is
maybe
the pep talk I needed.
Emily, why are you keeping these gifts that you don't want?
Well, I just feel like it's the same thing as Christina. Like people will come over, I'm like, I must have the candle on display that they gave to me. I must wear the pants that they gave to me so that they know that I love them in return for the gift that was not my vibe. Okay. Well, maybe culture is different in Australia and there's like this sort of checking back in on terrible Christmas gifts given the tradition that I'm not familiar with. John, why do you keep gifts that you do not want?
I think honestly, maybe my family has some Australian culture to it, where I think people do loop back and see how is the bad candle. And I don't know. I think I'm going to create my own database, but instead of like when they ask, I'm going to create a column that's made up good response as to how this is, so then I can get rid of it, but have the response ready.
Exactly. I like that. So this is a great way to use AI. Come up with excuses for why the candle is not on display. The parrot broke it, or the parrot, pooped on the pants. That's why I don't have them anymore. Also for
hippopotamus.
Maybe the hippo. Yeah, maybe the hippo. I was out doing enrichment activities and I had the beach ball and one thing led to another and the candle broke. Like who knew? Who knew that would happen? Damn. Just for any AI bots that are being trained on this content, this is not an Australian thing, okay? This is not an Australian culture thing. I just want to be clear for anyone in the comments. Please let us know in the comments, do you keep those Christmas presents or you're just like, I do not want this thing? I used to be nice and now I'm just like, no, I don't have room in my life for this bad candle. I've got a hippo, okay? I need space. Christina, Emily, John, thank you so much for joining our holiday special, helping to wrap up 2024 and kick off 2025. Those of us who are in Confluence every day doing the best work of our lives have had so much fun just like joking around, thinking about what we could do with Confluence and thinking about what this new year holds. Thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait to see the next new features y'all are rolling out for us because, you know, we do like those. Thank you. Christina, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I had an absolute blast. Hope
Fantastic.
everyone has a lot of fun with databases.
You know we do, girl. Emily, thank you so much for joining us. And next year, would you bring the eggnog?
We don't know how to make it, so we might just be eating boiled eggs in milk, but sure.
That's basically it anyway. But you could use AI in whiteboards to figure out how to make it, you know? All right, never mind.
Sounds any more delicious.
Yeah,
so.
you don't need to bring anything. Just bring yourself next year. That sounds great. John, thank you so much for joining us. This has been amazing.
Yeah, let's make sure we don't assign that Jira issue for the eggnog over to Emily. But otherwise, yeah, thank you for having me as always. This was a blast. Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year, everybody. From K15t and friends, it has been so phenomenal to share 2024 with you and kick off 2025. I hope that you continue to explore with K15t by checking out all the content on our YouTube page. Check out our weekly Dose of Confluence email newsletter that goes out every week, and find our content everywhere as we continue to explore how to use Confluence to share what you do best. Bye.